Well, good morning to you and welcome to our daily Timothy time. My name is Carl Coates. Today is Monday, the 5th of October, 2020, and it's week 41. If you're looking for the daily read today, that'll be supplied down in the description below here on YouTube. And we have a lot of ground to cover today. I'm going to take you firstly to Romans chapter 1. And in the other hand, you need to get Genesis chapter 10 from verse 8 and also have Genesis 12 ready. Let's get to Romans chapter 1 verse 18. For the wrath of God is revealed from heaven against all ungodliness and unrighteousness of men who hold the truth in unrighteousness. Now, dear listener, what I'm reading to you now is Paul is telling us what the world was like back in Genesis 10 and 11. Okay. It was, what we're going to read now explains it out. And we need to know this in order to understand the calling out of Abraham. So let's carry on reading. Because that which may be known of God is manifest in them, for God hath shewed it unto them. For the invisible things of him from the creation of the world are clearly seen, being understood by the things that are made, even his eternal power and Godhead, so that they are without excuse. Because that when they knew God, they glorified him not as God, neither were thankful, but became vain in their imaginations, and their foolish heart was darkened. Professing themselves to be wise, they became fools, and changed the glory of the uncorruptible God into an image made like to corruptible man, and to birds, and four-footed beasts, and creeping things. Wherefore God also gave them up to uncleanness through the lusts of their own hearts, to dishonor their own bodies between themselves, who changed the truth of God into a lie, and worshipped and served the creature more than the Creator, who is blessed forever. Amen. For this cause God gave them up unto vile affections, for even their women did change the natural use into that which is against nature, and likewise also the men, leaving the natural use of the woman, burned in their lust one toward another, men with men working that which is unseemingly, and receiving in themselves that recompense of their error which was meet. And even as they did not like to retain God in their knowledge, God gave them over to a reprobate mind to do the things which were not convenient, being filled with all unrighteousness, fornication, wickedness, covetousness, maliciousness, full of envy, murder, debate, deceit, malignity, which is bad character, whisperers, backbiters, haters of God, despiteful, proud, boasters, inventors of evil things, disobedient to parents, without understanding, covenant breakers, without natural affection, implacable, unmerciful, who knowing the judgment of God, that they which commit such things are worthy of death, not only do the same, but have pleasure in them that do them. Friends, listener, that takes us right back to the world pre-Genesis chapter 12. Okay, understanding that, and that other verse I gave you, Genesis chapter 10 from verse 8, where it explains about, and Cush begat Nimrod, and he began to be a mighty one in the earth. He was a mighty hunter before God. Wherefore it is said, even as Nimrod, the mighty hunter before the Lord. And the beginning of his kingdom was Babel, Erech and Akkad and Calneh in the land of Shinar. And then it explains a couple of different nations that popped up there. So, and then chapter 11, and the whole earth was of one language and of one speech. And then verse 6, it says, and the Lord said, behold, the people is one, and they have all one language, and this they begin to do. And now nothing will be restrained from them, which they have imagined to do. And then God, verse 9, therefore, so God scatters them abroad on the face of the earth, and they left off building that city. Therefore is the name of it called Babel, because the Lord did confound the language of all the earth, and from thence did the Lord scatter them abroad upon the face of all the earth. And then it goes on to the generations of Shem. And then in chapter 12, it says here, 12 verse 1, now the Lord hath said unto Abram, get thee out of thy country, and from thy kindred, and from thy father's house, unto a land that I will show thee. Now Abraham came from Ur the Chaldees. He was an Assyrian man. Okay, we'll carry on with that tomorrow. This is good stuff we're getting into. But until then, take care, and Maranatha.